Hi, November 15th, and I just got home from work, and I'm gonna do a segment on vegan extremism and how I think veganism is actually a religion in itself. They're extremely fanatic. They will go to Americans who are more open-minded and spew their religious veganism views, but they will never, ever, ever go to a Muslim or go to India or somewhere and tell them not to eat meat. They're only gonna lecture Israelis or Americans or anyone that's more modern because they're afraid. They're real cowards. But I discovered about the vegan community is that they're all pretty hateful to human beings. They hate people like really very much. They will if you disagree with them, they will make you into a bad person without even knowing you. They believe that killing animals is murder and people don't need to eat animals to survive. I got news for them. You go to Alaska, all those people, in that climate, meat is the only thing they can eat. So go to the Eskimos and tell them that. I told them. And they're telling me that I don't love animals, blah, blah, blah. I love animals, but not to the point of madness. Okay? They sit in their veganism views. It's like a religion for them, and they do it because they want to feel holier than thou. They want to make like they're like better than you, like, oh, I'm better than you. They want to feel like I believe they have a deficit in their soul, a real one. They have a deficit in their soul. They need to make themselves above the other people in order to feel like as if they matter in some way. That's my view on veganism. So I told them, look, I said, look, when I eat meat and chicken, it's a festival with me and my cats and my animals. It's a festival. We all eat together. We have a good time. But eating meat is murder. Yeah, go tell it to the billions of people on Earth that live off fish. Because if you don't have omega fatty acids and stuff which you can't get from veganism, people become anemic or sick or they even die, and especially when they impose their views on children. A lot of vegans, they've given their kids vegan diet when they were really young, and those kids couldn't survive on it, and some of them died, and then the doctors made a whole thing about it, how children need to have animal foods in order to survive. But they're holier than thou and more self-righteous than thou, and so they think they're better than thou. And I don't know why it bothers me so much they're just a bunch of idiots, whatever. So I went to the store. I saw there was a store open that sells jewelry and silver stuff, and I went in there and I said to them, he's like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I told him it's a very strange thing. I'm looking for a pendulum. It's a crystal that hangs from a string. He's like, no, I don't have it. I was like, oh yeah, sorry. It was a little bit embarrassing because I guess it's kind of weird for them. I got this new pack of cigarettes, red tag. The girl in the store told me prisoners usually order this kind of cigarettes, or older people or Arabic people, because it's very strong. It's like a drug basically. Cigarettes is like a drug. Arabic people can't have alcohol, right? But their other drug is they use other things to get high. It's interesting that I'm happy I changed my guinea pig's litter box so they're gonna live in cleanliness. And the people that gave me their cats, they want to come visit me not visit me, they want to see their cats. So I told them, look, you're gonna have to just bear with the smell because my house smells. First of all, I smoke in here. Second of all, I have animals and I have litter boxes, so it's gonna smell really bad. So they're just gonna have to handle it. It's embarrassing, but if no one's living here but me, then what do I care, Yeah. Thank God I have a therapy appointment tomorrow. I was like feeling a little bit down just because of what happened last week with my Jacinda, and I feel overwhelmed with my cats, you know? It's a responsibility when you take on animals. It costs money, and I'm thinking to like get a driver's license so that I can move. I want to move to like a suburb, you know, like somewhere in Shomron, like really close to Jerusalem, so that I can just live out there in the nature, and animals can run out when they want, and I can just not live with all the noise, you know, and all the neighbors and everything. It's just stressful, you know. Like I live in the very center, and I can't even open my window when I'm here because it's so noisy, you know. So I'm thinking to move, but I need to get a license so that I can get a tiny car. So maybe I can drive to work every day to Jerusalem instead of, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the story, L'chaim. So that's on my mind. You know, it's like, I feel like every action starts with an idea, you know? Like, I had an idea to rent my own tiny studio. So that manifested in my mind, and it became into an action. Now I have an idea to move to the suburb where it might be cheaper, and then maybe get a license. So hopefully that will manifest, you know? So that's my view on veganism and all the mad people out there that think they're holier than thou, you know? All right, good night.